your energy forecast for Thursday, August 17th. So today we have the moon in Virgo all day. Of course, we transitioned into this Virgo energy late last evening. We, of course, are still in the new moon window, really kind of still percolating, buzzing, kind of being triggered and activated by some of the thoughts, some of the emotions that needed to come to the surface in order for us to kind of give it the awareness that it deserves, the acknowledgement that it absolutely needs before we can process it. Of course, the moon, we had this new moon in Leo pop off first thing yesterday morning. Then the moon went void of course. It sat in the void of course all day, making things very shaky, very unstable, very uncertain. We locked into the Virgo energy very early in the evening. However, we didn't have any moon aspects, any type of interaction with the moon in Virgo. So today we are having a moon day because all of the aspects taking place here today involve the moon. We are also in the post-lunar hangover phase because, of course, we're still kind of popping off and percolating over this new moon energy. And so we can definitely expect some inner realm processing here today. The moon in Virgo is going to help create order where there's been chaos, especially in our emotions, especially within our thoughts. We are going to really start processing, sorting out the finer details of some of the aha moments, some of the revelations that did get triggered and activated over the last couple of days. While we have this moon in Virgo, we are going to fix, solve, heal, resolve a lot of the issues that we've been kind of stuck on, if you will. But today it's going to be about moving into the inner realm, getting a little bit more grounded, approaching some of the thoughts and emotions with a logical, practical type of mindset. And again, really fine tune what's going on in our inner realm, providing ourselves with a little bit more of a grounded approach to what it is that we actually need to do from here. And again, that Virgo energy going to help us out, planning and strategizing what needs to stay, what needs to go. So as I previously mentioned, there are 6 different aspects here today. All 6 of them will be involving the moon. The moon in Virgo is going to make a positive interaction with Pluto, the great transformer himself, who is retrograde in this Capricorn energy. We love this. You'll hear me talking many, many times about how I love how Virgo energy and Plutonian energy really do a deep dive in our psyche. We're really picking things apart. We're breaking things down. We're connecting the dots. We are looking to kind of flip the script, rewrite the narrative, if you will, and we have to examine where these, I'm going to say, seeds have been planted in our psyche in order for us to kind of understand the domino effect that they've created, that they've had on us. We have to understand the process in order for us to kind of reverse psychology it and really put ourselves in a more encouraging, more supportive type of mind space. What I love even more about this is that Pluto is trying to empower us. He's trying to show us where we have to boss up, where we have to take our power back, where we have to take control over our lives back. And the moon in Virgo is rapidly trying to process our inner realm of thoughts, ideas, and emotions to kind of align with where it is that we're moving away from and where it is that we're moving closer to. Again, we're still in the new moon energy. There are a lot of realizations that aren't going to make sense for a little bit more time. And we are fine-tuning, if you will, some of the things, some of the problems, some of the blockages, some of the obstacles that are asking for our attention now. The moon in Virgo is going to sit across from and oppose Saturn, the Lord of Karma, who of course is retrograde in Pisces energy. Virgo energy, Pisces energy. They sit across from each other in the zodiac wheel. They represent the axis of healing. The Virgo energy really focuses in on healing the physical realm, the physical body, the mental health. The Pisces energy focuses on healing our emotions, our spiritual selves, the pain, the trauma of not only our existence here in this lifetime, but previous existences as well. So Saturn is here to try and break down our belief system, break down the, I'm going to say, walls that we have up that is preventing us from truly kind of examining the wounds in the most real, raw, and form in order for us to fix them and heal them. So what we get here, and again, keep in mind that Saturn, he brings us down a couple of pegs. He kind of brings a seriousness, a somberness to the whole vibe in order for us to get logical and practical on what it is that we have to do. Again, we have new roles and responsibilities that we need to boss up into. We have to deconstruct the old in order to have a platform to build the new. So this particular interaction is definitely going to kind of give us a reality check, if you will, on the actual factual details. Not the details that we think we're dealing with or we want to be dealing with, but we kind of get, again, the blinders on in order to deal with what is instead of what it is we want it to be. What is the Virgo energy. What we want it to be is the Pisces energy. So we're definitely going to have a little bit of a balancing effect in our inner realms, bringing ourselves down to a more logical, realistic approach on how it is that we're going to process the actual factual data and statistics of what is versus our hopes and wishes for what it is that we wished it would be. The moon will go ahead, interact with Chiron, the wounded healer, who of course is retrograde in Aries energy. What this is going to do is kind of stir up the problems, illuminate the issues, illuminate the wounds. Again, Chiron, yes, gives us the wounds in order for us to actually understand what we have to do in this lifetime in order to heal them. We're dealing with imposter syndrome. We're dealing with an identity crisis. We're dealing with leaving parts of ourselves behind in order to emerge as this brand new, real, raw, more authentic version of self as we align with our higher selves. So this is going to really illuminate picking apart, again, where the problems are at, how we're actually thinking, how we're actually feeling, identifying what could be strengthened, what we could do better, what we could improve, where we can grow, where we can learn, and again, tackling those issues in order to fix, heal, and resolve them. The moon will then interact with the North Node in this Aries energy, trying to get us on the right path to reach our soul's mission, our soul's purpose, our soul's potential. We are taking very small little baby steps in our inner realm to understand where it is that we're trying to orient ourselves from here. Again, we're still in the new moon energy. We're not taking action on initiating anything new as of yet. We need to sit and percolate on what hasn't been working, what we're no longer aligned with, where we're no longer growing, what it is that we want to switch up and change in our lives. And identifying where it is that we're no longer aligned with certain aspects is going to open up our mind space, our heart space, in order to figure out where it is that we would desire to go from here. The moon is going to interact with Pluto once again, in a different kind of interaction, not necessarily positive or negative, just giving us a different perspective on our inner realm of thought, on our inner realm of emotions, really, really, really identifying what is heavy, what is dark, what is weighted. That is where the power lies. That is where the opportunity to flip the script, to really stand into a new sense of power, purpose, and truth is concerned. We have the ability to do just that. We're going to end the day with another interaction between the moon and Chiron. This one is way better than the one that we had earlier in the day, which means that we have identified problems. We have come up with solutions on how it is that we're going to fix them. We've identified where it is that we need to grow up, where it is that we need to boss up, where it is that we need to learn something new in order to improve our situation. And therefore, we're not so much sitting in the wounds, picking the scabs off of those particular wounds that we've been trying to heal. Instead, we're recognizing what it is that we need to do differently in order to encourage a certain amount of healing in a shorter amount of time. So all of this is really kind of pushing us, if you will, to understand where it is that we have to do better, where we have to improve, where we have to be more determined, more inspired, more motivated to make a change, to break us out of the old and again, push us closer to the new.